Guys, welcome to a review of Is It Worth It or Not? And I'm going to try and make this review a little bit shorter, just so I'm not taking up any more of your guys' time. And basically this review is going to be about the World of Warcraft X-Elerated Gold Guide and Questing Guide, and if it's worth the money spent on it or not. And so real quick, I just want to just give you a little description about what those actually are. And basically what it is, it's basically an in-game add-on that you purchase yourself, and then install it into the World of Warcraft to enable your gaming experience. And so the two ones that again I will be going over is the questing feature and the the gold making feature. And so basically the questing feature is basically just a list, or basically it strategizes all the quests out to make it to maximize or actually minimize the time spent questing. You know, because it has all the quest, it's gained all the quests and it organizes it for you, and then tells you exactly what to do for each one. So you bust out the quests really quickly. And again, if I'm probably not doing the best job describing it, so if you just click, there's a couple of places where you can just click and actually go to the site where it actually explains it in a lot more depth. But yeah, that's that. And so basically, the whole purpose of that is just to maximize, or actually, man, I keep messing that up, to minimize the time questing, just so you can level up faster, and it does work. But anyways, and the other one is being the gold making guide, and basically what it is you may have seen it because they're floating around the internet. And basically what it is, it's an add-on that goes in and it has 4 tabs. It has one tab that's the auction house, so they're gatherer, farming, and then crafting. And basically what it does is when you have the auctionator add-on as well from like curse.com, then what it does, it scans the auction house and then it shows you where to make profit, or basically if you gather ghost iron ore, then it calculates how much money you would make in an hour, because it shows you the trend and the demand and supply and whatnot of it. And again, a lot more details down below if you're on the website. And again, if you go to the X-Elerated website, it also goes in a lot more depth. But basically, those are the 2 features I'll be discussing, and I'll just be going over my personal experience with them, because just maybe you guys aren't sure if you want to buy it, if you just don't know, you don't want to shell out the money for it, and if it's not worth it or not. So I'm just going to give you just a personal experience from someone who's probably in your shoes, who plays World of Warcraft casually, and see if it was worth it. So the first one we'll be talking about is again the questing one. Personally, I found that well, before we go into that, I get my enjoyment out of the game from the variety of all the characters. I have a lot of maxed out level characters that I've leveled, spent a lot of time leveling them, and so I kind of had it down. The leveling, you go from 1 to 15, or I'm sorry, 1 to 10 questing in the start zone, then you go from 15 to I believe 30. Running dungeons, and then and then you quest, and then once you hit 45, when you can do random battlegrounds, you do that until like 55, because it's like only 2 battleground wins a level, so it's insane leveling. So I had that system down, but this made it even faster, because it cuts out the quests that slow you down. It cuts out the quest, or it includes the quest that for some quests you have to kill something, and then you get a quest from that, and half the time you don't really know if it's kind of like a secret quest, a hidden quest, whatever. But they do that for you. They tell you exactly what to kill and all that stuff. During the quest, they show you exactly where to go. There's a little arrow, at the top of the screen that shows exactly where to go. You don't even have to open up your minimap. You literally just go boom, boom, you bust out the quests. And so this made leveling for me way quicker. I mean, I got from 1 to 20 in like an hour. I mean, it was crazy, and obviously with heirloom gear and stuff. But whatever. But yeah, it was crazy fast. So that was really helpful. I think I leveled maybe four of my characters up with that. But yeah, so yeah, that made questing way faster for me. Yeah, and when it first came out, there was a couple of bugs with it that made it a little bit unenjoyable, but they fixed those, and so now it's fine now. And so for me, that definitely made leveling way faster. And yeah, it's kind of interesting too, because it also it gives you a feeling that you're not really focused on leveling. You're kind of focused on seeing how fast you can get the quests out. So it's a little bit of a distraction, which enables you to quest longer. So I don't know, that's a little interesting thing that I got from that. Maybe you guys would like to know about, whatever. And then the next one's the goal making guide. I found this to be insanely helpful, just because my two main characters are a jewel crafter and inscriptionist. And what this add-on does is, again, how it scans the auction house, and it shows you what to make for the profit, where the supply, or yeah, how much demand is there, and then the supply compared to that. And obviously, when you have a glyph maker, there's so many glyphs, especially with MOP, that you just don't know. I mean, should I just make all of them and throw them in the auction house? But that takes tons of time and all that. This shows the glyphs that are actually in demand, and it's even more valuable to my main as a jewel crafter. And there's so many gems in MOP that it's just like you don't know. I mean, should I make this? What tune use this? Use this gem? You just don't know. And so you scan. This just scans the auction house, and it just shows the supply and the demand. This has this has a high this has a high demand compared to the supply given. So that's what you want to put your gems into. And so basically, what it does, it just maximizes your gold making. And if you're a farmer, it shows you ghost iron ores in high demand but a low supply right now. And so what you want to do is it shows you where to farm it in the and then how much money it thinks you'll make an hour by farming it in that location. So again, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how extremely helpful it is. Personally, I'm really, really busy, so I don't have a lot of time to spend in my World of Warcraft. And so when I get on it, I don't want to be wasting time. I don't want to maximize my time in order to actually have fun. And so the gold making guide is extremely, extremely helpful. I would say it's almost a necessity for jewel crafters and inscriptionists. But yeah, it's crazy. And again, if you go to the website, I mean, it explains it way better than I do. But I'm just giving you guys some feedback about my actual, experience using it. But yeah, that's it. I don't really want to take any more of your time. I wrote down, if you're on my website, I wrote down a little bit more of a description, just kind of summarizing what I said in the video. So if you just want to check that out, it's kind of the exact same things. You don't really have to do it. But if you go on the website does explain it way better than I do. It's a lot. It does a lot of explaining. So, and again, if you're still on the border of whether you should buy it or not, just get the free trial. I did the free trial when I started because I didn't want to shell out money for something I didn't try first. So I would just go for the free trial, try it out. I know the free trial leveling is from like 1 to 10. Just kind of get a feel for the add-on. And then I'm not entirely sure if there's a gold making free trial, but there may be. If there is, definitely try that out, especially if you're inscriptionist or jewel crafting, because it is insanely helpful. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I'm just giving you kind of an overview from a user opinion, and so I hope it was helpful. You guys have a nice day. Take it easy.